How can words on a book get you so scared? If she says the book is good and it's a 5 out of 5 stars, I'm going to read it too. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today's video, I'm going to be reading BOOKTUBER's 5 out of 5 stars reads, and I'm so excited. My free time, I just watch BOOKTUBERs, and that's really where I usually get my inspiration from. What's the next big book to be reading? What's the next big book to be reviewing? I have 3 people that I really admire and I watch like all the time. Yeah, and I'm gonna be reading their 5 out of 5 stars. So I usually pick the ones that I haven't read. 3 booktubers and 3 books that I'm going to be reading. So we're gonna start off with the one and only. She's literally top tier, and her name is Haley Pham. Everyone should know her. Literally, she has so many subscribers. She's literally running BookTube. Usually admire her work, I admire her editing also. And I was like, I have to read one of Haley's 5 out of 5 stars reads. One of her 5 out of 5 stars that she gave in 2023 was this book. It is called The Story Life of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle Zevin. And she was raving about this book. And it's a short read. And I was like, huh. And I was like, what is this story about? Like, why is it giving 5 out of 5 stars? And I heard other people were crying during this. And it's like a book about books. Like, I love reading about those. I got this at Barnes & Noble. I was with my sister, and which is so funny about this cover because it literally has the book on the book of the cover, if that makes sense. It's like so funny. Like, and then right here it says now a major motion picture. This book is about A.J. Fikry's life is not all but what he expected to be. He lives alone. His bookstore is experiencing the worst sales in its history, and now his prized possession, a rare collection of poems, has been stolen. But when a mysterious package appears at the bookstore, its unexpected arrival gives Fikry the chance to make his life over and see everything anew. Okay, if it wasn't for Haley Pham, I would not have picked this book. I'm pretty sure this book is considered as a fiction. We will see. Haley Pham gave this 5 out of 5 stars. There has to be something that is worth 5 out of 5 stars. I'm going to start reading this book and give you guys my thoughts. So let's start reading.
Wrong. And they basically put makeup.
I'm gonna start reading this book. My brother as a cameraman. I started this book last year. I was reading it during Canada, and I was reading it in the airport, and I almost teared up. Everything in the back of the book, it's so bland. It's like there is so much more to the story than it shows on here. There was like a lot of things that was happening. You know what? I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna be one of those, and you're gonna have to go through it blind. And I think it's like the best experience to go through it blind because everything's unexpected. You didn't see this coming. You didn't see this. Unexpected. And there's a little bit of romance in this. Unexpected. This was in the fiction section. I was not expecting romance. Gabrielle Zevin's, her writing is very quick. It's very choppy, and I was not expecting that. And everything was like kind of going a little too fast. Everything was like so rushed. and I feel like I didn't fully bond in with the characters like a lot because it was like choppy timelines. That was my only concern. I don't know, maybe it's very different for everybody else, but that is my opinion, because yes, it was choppy and it was kind of going slow. Okay, I make no sense, but there was some parts that was going slow and I just wanted to like, come on bro, let's wrap it up. But then there's other places it was too choppy and you're going too fast. So I'm like, there's really, for me, there's not really a middle of the writing, and then I couldn't stop thinking about the story, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a plot twist and all of that, and I'm like, okay, I'll just settle with a 4 stars. I think 4 stars is like a good rating for me personally as a reader and what I like as a story and the writing. So I know Haley fam gave it 5 out of 5 stars, but we're off to a good start. It's really not that bad. I have a few quotes. The next quote is, most people's problems would be solved if they would only give more things a chance. This quote I really like reading. It was really nice when I got to this part. It says, you know everything you need to know about a person from the answer to this question. What is your favorite book? AJ Figuring. Sometimes books don't find us until the right time. We only choose books that we are really drawn to, and usually the books that we land on, we need them in our day-to-day lives. There's one quote that I really like about a certain character, and you guys have to read it in order to know. When you know, you know. So the second person that I chose to read their 5 out of 5 stars is Sarah Caroli. I love her videos, but Sarah, she has like this kind, genuine heart, and that's what really draw me into her videos, and I really like her editing style also. The 5 out of 5 star read that I chose was part of the Divine Rivals. She raves about that book so much, and I absolutely love that book. I already read that book. I gave it infinity stars. It's a young adult fantasy mixed with historic fantasy and mixed with Greek mythology. What more do you need? And I just fell in love with it. The writing with Rebecca Ross writing, oh my god. And Divine Rivals is about when 2 young rival journalists find love through a magical connection. They must face the depths of hell and in a war among gods. Love language is words of affirmation and act of service. Roman and Iris just do that, and like, oh my god, they have my heart, and I can't stop thinking about that book. And I even cried in Divine Rivals. It was like literally infinity stars, and I was like, oh my god, I love this. The second book, which is called Ruthless Vows, which is a continuation of what happened with the first story. Yeah, I'm really excited. So let's get on to reading Ruthless Vows. Giving Iris and Roman, because they were this kind of slow. I have noticed that I have been entirely moody these past few weeks, like so, like every day I'm in a mood. I'm like in a bad mood. I don't even know why. I was like, I need to go. I need to get out of here and go into the weather, go into nature. And like, I think that's what my problem is. I think this year I am going to make it my goal to go outside more often. Like, look at this. Like, Earth is so beautiful, and I feel like not a lot of people go out in the world because they're so busy with their lives. And I understand that. I even have a job, and like most of my days are like at my job. But I want to make it my goal so I won't be so moody, so I can actually be happy. Maybe I need to put nature in my everyday life, like go out in nature, you know? I don't know. It's so quiet. I'm scared to talk so loud, but it's beautiful. I am back from reading Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. It was so good. Like, I love being back in Rebecca Ross' story and her writing. I love her characters. Iris and Roman, they don't have any flaw for me. Like, I think they're perfect. I wish they're real, because I would have been totally friends with them. I know a lot of people don't like Greek mythology or reading about gods, but I personally enjoy it and I recommend it. So the god of the underworld, I do not know how to pronounce his name. Darcy, he gives me like Hades from the underworld of the god. He gives me that vibe. Gets so much more of the gods in this book than the first book, and it just opened my eyes. I'm like, wow. You still get the letters from the first book. They're still typing in their little typewriter, which I really enjoyed, because that was really the best part of the book. That really was, because I do not want to give spoilers, just in case if you did not finish the first book. I just prefer Divine Rivals. I was crying in the first book. My final rating for Ruthless Vows was a really high 4 stars. It didn't really hit the same as the first book. Like, I really enjoy it, don't get me wrong. The first book has my heart. The first book was it, and like, I can't stop thinking about the first book. Highly recommend this series, and I can't wait until her next big thing, so I'm pretty excited for that. 2 down, 1 to go. So the last booktuber that I chose to read their 5 out of 5 stars is obviously Destiny Sidwell. I love her. She inspired me to drink energy drinks while I'm editing. Literally every time I watch her videos, she's drinking a little energy drink Alani. So I started buying Alani's because of Destiny. So I'm like, okay, but it really works. They have really good flavors. I really love her videos. She's very opinionated, which I enjoy, because sometimes I feel like people are very they're kind of sugarcoating of the real reviews. But Destiny, if you need a real girl, Destiny's the way to go. Destiny will tell you straight up, which I need. So the 5 out of 5 stars read that I chose to read to see if it's one of my 5 out of 5 stars is actually a thriller. It is The Last Word by Taylor Adams, and I went to Goodreads to make sure it was one of her 5 out of 5 stars, and it is. On her little review, she gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Destiny is harsh on her thrillers. If she says the book is good and it's a 5 out of 5 stars, I'm going to read it too. I actually bought it on my Kindle because I could not find it nowhere. Basically, The Last Word is kind of a little bit of a bookish thriller going along with Emma. Emma Carper lives in isolation with her golden retriever, house sitting an old beachfront home on the rainy Washington coast. Her only human contact is her old neighbor, Dee. One day she reads a poorly written but gruesome horror novel by the author A.G. Kane and posts a 1-star review that drags her into an online argument with none other than the author himself. Could he be stalking her too? She learns he has published 16 other novels, all similar to sadistic tales of stalking and murder. But who is he? How can he find her? What else is he capable of? But I haven't read a book or a thriller like this, so I'm like, okay, this should be interesting. Is Emma gonna survive? If she's not, like, is a dog gonna survive? Is a dog gonna survive? I don't know. I'm scared. I'm going to start reading this book to see what I think. I just finished The Last Word by Taylor Adams, one of Destiny's 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was interesting. The only thing that I remember is before I reached the 100-page mark, I got really scared. It really got me. The only time I get to read is only at night. Not good to be reading a thriller at night, but it's the only time I get to read. How can words on a book get you so scared? Yeah, so usually thrillers, they only have like one plot twist or like two max. But Taylor Adams, he was bringing out plot twist after plot twist, and I was like, hold up, Taylor Adams, I can only want it so much. And throughout the story, I was trying to figure out who it was. I got it half right. Not really. At least I got a half right? Yeah, but the rest I did not get at all. And I actually enjoy reading it. A little bit kind of got slow. I just finished it last night actually, and I'm still thinking about my star review. I know it's not really a 5 out of 5 stars. It was in the beginning, it was giving like 5 out of 5 stars, and I was like, oh my god, okay, I feel good about this book. I like this book so far. When I kept reading it, it kind of very gruesome. Please check trigger warning for this book because it has a lot of very sensitive topics. I'm still thinking about it. So those are all the books that I read in this video. It was really fun reading these booktubers 5 out of 5 star reads. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you need to find me, I'm probably at Barnes & Nobles. Bye!